Welcome to Scandi Crafts. Today we are starting a frog or finish video. I have a lot of small projects that needs finishing. They are taking up space in my project basket. Let me show you what we are working on. This might not look unfinished, but it is. This is the terracotta crop cardigan. I'm going to link everything in the description below. The only thing missing here is sewing in the shoulder straps. So that's a definite finish. Then I have a t-shirt, a crochet t-shirt. This is a free pattern on YouTube. This was really fun to make, but I'm kind of in between two sizes, so I sized up and it's a little bit too big. It just doesn't look quite right when I try it on. While this was a good bit of work, it's a few days of work, I am going to vlog this. It was really fun to make though, so I'm looking for another t-shirt pattern like this, but a bit less holy. This is double and treble crochet, so it's pretty holy as you can see. I think I want something more compact. This is a frog. Alright, this is the one that kind of made me think I need to do this. This is my skull cardigan. It doesn't look that fun from the front, but from the back I have skulls down the back. The only thing that's left on this is to add the two pockets. It's often the weaving in the ends and attaching things that's kind of stopping me. And then we have this thing that I think will take the longest time. These are small pouches. They are made out of leftover cotton yarn. I have about 30 to 35 of them. I am donating them to friends. There's not that much left, but when I made them, I kind of sort of just went with it and just made them and made more. What's left is weaving in one to a few ends, and then it's attaching the straps through the small holes here. It's not that it's a lot to do on each, but the volume of them is a bit big. We have a big bag here, so that's also a finish. But for the moment we have, the last thing is some wrist warmers. I made these in January. This is such an easy little crochet rectangle, really. I only have left to weave in the ends here and create that hole for the thumb. So that's also going to be finished. I think I have a couple more things laying around, but I'll have to go looking for them. And if I do find them, I'll add them to the pile and show you. We have one definite frog, and we have a cardigan, a top, wrist warmers, and a lot of small pouches to finish. I'm not promising I'm going to do everything today, but we're going to work on it consistently because I just need them out. So I hope you follow along. It's several days later. I decided to have a calm day. We had people over. Yesterday I did errands. If we're ever gonna get done with these WIPS, then we're gonna do something about it. You can see my basket there. And this is my current project. We are starting with the skull cardigan. I just finished a pair of socks. I wanted to knit socks more than I wanted to finish things. And I just weaved in the ends. While I still had my scissor and needle out, I decided I just need to get going. Why has this taken me so long? The pattern didn't explain how to attach the pockets. Sometimes you just want direction, and then if you don't get the direction, you just kind of stop, because not all days are good brain days. So that's why I paused. Let's start with deciding the placement. I wasn't quite sure about how large I wanted these pockets. So let's see if I actually like them. What do we think? It's not a super long cardigan. I think I'm going to keep them quite low, but not all the way in. The only thing the pattern actually told me was to remember to not close this part. Let's start weaving in this end on the back side. This season, summer and soon early autumn, is honestly going to be the perfect time to wear it. The yarn is Lerke. It's a cotton and merino wool, I think. It's a really lovely yarn to work with. I did weave in as I went along, which Thank you, past me. That was smart of you. So when I finished this project, I also made sure to leave a long tail. That tail is at the top part here, which we don't want to close. So I need to do something here. I am going to just finish this top part here and just prepping for the actual sewing part. She is currently on the cardigan because she adores things that I make. It's very cute. She also loves yarn, but she's not allowed to play with it. No, no, my friend. As you can see, she's very interested. Don't do that. Very cute. No, don't do it. That will be my placement. I'm just gonna carefully place a marker here. Yeah, we can. Yes, we can. She loves it when I'm on the floor with her. Just. What are you doing? Maybe I need to do all my projects on the floor just because of their cuteness. Alright, cute cats. Now let's do the same on the other side. She is happy on the arm. I'm also going to actually try it on before I sew them in permanently. Thank you, kitty. Thank you so much. Alright guys, I need a little win today. I was a bit unlucky or just not doing a good job yesterday. I started on the pocket, right? The issue is that I didn't manage to get a straight line down here, so I started to pick it back up. This became an issue yesterday, and it's one of those I need a good day to finish this. I decided that I'm going to do a quick win today. That's allowed. If it doesn't work at the first try, we can take a break and then continue. We are going to do the simplest thing and finish this. I only need to make sure that I'm working on the wrong side. I did try it on to check if it fits, so that's great. My plan for right now is to finish this one and then maybe also do the wrist warmers just to get it out of the way. I am really wanting to start a new project right now. I did start another pair of socks, but I always have a pair of socks going. I really want these things done so I can actually use them, which is why we are finishing a lot of them, but not everything. Okay, I'm just gonna cut this. I don't have time for that. I did check the pattern and it says to make sure that you weave in the strap on the back side and to make sure to not weave it in through the front loop. I'm gonna try that. I'm just going to count how many rows are in between under the arm. Counting break. And I have learned that fixing this while I talk is not the easiest, but we're doing our best. It's not completely perfect, but it doesn't need to be. It's just for me. If I were to make this for someone else, I would be more thorough. But the thing is, it's for me. I want to wear it. So one of the good things about making things for yourself is you get to decide when it's done. You get to decide how you finish it. And if you don't like it, just try again. I also like challenging myself every once in a while to do new things. I'm always making socks. That's my comfort item. That spell cardigan is making me a bit frustrated, but I'm working on telling myself I decided to make this item. I'm lucky to be able to make this item, and it's just a thing. No need to be frustrated. It's just not the right day. If there's something that I need done quickly, then alright, I will push through that. But if I do have more time on my hands, I'll take a break when I notice that I'm getting frustrated, because it's just not a nice way to finish a project, you know. I would rather spend that extra day or two to get it done the way I want it. I'm trying to talk a bit more in this video because I do enjoy other videos where people talk a bit, so I can just watch along. Right, it's attached. It looks, oh, that looks pretty good. I like that. Straps do need to be pretty secure, as they do hold some weight. So while I sew this in, do you have any old projects that's just been laying around there and that you want to finish? Maybe this is your sign to do at least one of them. Maybe. I'm not telling you what to do. Talking and leaving in ends is not my strong suit, but we're trying. We are trying. That's the thing with my very new YouTube channel. We are just trying. That is one pretty good looking strap, I have to say. Okay, one strap is done. How long did that actually take? Was that like 10 minutes? Why didn't I do this when I finished it? And this is from on the right side, so you can see that it has that nice sort of edge there. So I'm not going to bore you showing the whole thing again. I think I have a good thing going now. It's a lot of counting with knitting and crochet, if you haven't already noticed. It's a surprising amount of counting and sometimes also math. I've been trying to think about why haven't I finished these things. Only a few minutes? Why haven't I just done it? And I'm not sure. I always liked the knitting and crocheting part, and I've never enjoyed doing the sewing and the finishing touches, which is why this has just been in my basket for a long time. But again, it's something that I'm excited to wear. I think sometimes I'm not truly excited to wear things, so that's why they just stay in my little project box. But this one I have been missing. The good thing is we will have more summers. One of my larger, overall life goals is to have a wardrobe where I have made a lot of things myself. What if I could have most of my sweaters and socks and tank tops? What if I could make most of those myself? But that's many years down the line. And also, making it yourself, just ideally, if you make it the way you want to, get a garment that you made, you chose the color, you chose what the materials you wanted. I think that's so cool. So when I try to decide what project to make next, I'm thinking about what do I want to make, what sounds fun to make right now. And I also try to think, what am I lacking in my wardrobe? What don't I have? What have I been missing? Most of the time it's actually color. I have a very colorful top today. I really needed this quick win today after yesterday's skull cardigan fail. It's been really scary. If you think about it, there's something kind of therapeutic just sitting here and reading the ends. So I'm aiming for always finishing it as soon as the project is done, which I do most of the time, but even if I don't, I'm not going to let myself put it away and just kind of disappear in that project bag I have. Because if I do that, I need to do another video like this, and that might also be good. And it will probably happen, but I'm going to try actually finish things, because that's what I want. And I want space and room and time to make new things. The side now looks like this. I think it looks pretty good. We have one thing done. I'm so happy about this. This can now go to the Remember to Try It On and take picture for a file. Let's do one more thing. Now these are the wrist warmers. I did leave myself, well, that's a problem. It's not a big one, but I unraveled a bit there. We're good on this one, so we'll do this one. And then I can do the other one off camera. I'll show you when it's done. So this, I need to check if I actually used the pattern. But the point here is I have this, and it's just going to wrap around, have my thumb out, and then we're in the ends here too. So I just need to start, right? And there is no right or wrong side. They are equal or halfway. Let's try it to find the thumb placement. I think we can go to the sun now. It's a bit tight, but it will widen. I can try to make it with this end. I'm going to do that. And then just weave in this bigger end on the inside. Let's see how it works. Let's try it on again. It's pretty good actually. Time to weave in the ends and repeat that. I'll show you when it's done. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish the other one now, and then we will have 2 finished projects today. And then we'll continue our frog or finish pile. I didn't secure the ends here. Which stitch did I do? Back loop, single crochet. Yeah, looks like it. I'm working on progress over perfection. I tend to sometimes get stuck because I can't finish it perfectly like I wanted to. That's not how I want to live my life. I'm learning myself that done is better than perfect. I am noticing myself though that the most important thing is starting. Now, just by picking up, finding my thread and needle, finding the project to finish it, and then putting it in front of me, it annoys me to see that it's not finished, so I want to finish it. There we go. So we have 2 finished projects now. We have the wrist warmers and we have the top. But that's 2 done. This turned out to be a very productive day. I started with the pouches and weaved in all the ends. It ended up being 32 of them. It only took about an hour. Most had 1 end to weave in, and a few had up to 5 because of color changes. It went very quickly, actually. Then I felt like I was in a good roll and decided I had better continue on the skull cardigan. It helped a lot having lots of bright natural light in the room, as the dark blue is quite dark. The placement and prep work here took the longest, and I needed to be careful to stay on the right line due to how the cardigan is worked. In the end, it got completed. After a good few hours break, I wanted to frog the t-shirt. I did the first half skein by hand, and that took 7 minutes. And with 3 full skeins left to frog, I decided to stop. I didn't want to spend more than half an hour winding the yarn by hand, so I decided enough was enough. But I did dig out 1 last project. I think this is the last unfinished project that I have laying around. It's a grey hat. I have no idea what the pattern is. I decided to frog this. I don't like the color grey on me, and I have better hats to wear. The t-shirt I'm hoping to try to make again, but design it myself. I've never tried it, but I want the challenge. We'll see how it goes, but that's for later. Now these are available to me again for new projects. I feel so light now, having finished all of those projects. I have no more project bags laying around and things that I know in the back of my mind needs finishing. So I'm so happy about it. We finished 32 pouches, a cardigan, a crop top, a pair of hand warmers, and we have 2 things, a t-shirt and a hat. Now I'm going to show you a bit better pictures and overlay here, if I can figure it out. But quickly, I just want to show you how it all came along in the end. The crop top looks like this. Very happy with it. Happy I finished it. Can't wait to wear it. Then we have the hand warmers. I'll just put on 1 as I have my watch on the other one. These will be great for winter. So happy with them as well. We have the skull cardigan. It's finally complete. And the pockets are here. I also want to think to myself, what can I learn from this? What's stopping me from finishing projects when things pile up like this? The first point, I have 2. The first point is there's something not completely right with the project. Like with the t-shirt, I had the yarn, which is very thankful, very nice to have yarn to just be able to start. But I didn't really think through it. Was this an item that I was going to wear? And with my goal of having a mostly self-made wardrobe in the future, I need to be focusing on those everyday wear items. Things that are actually practical in my everyday life, and not things that might be fitting for everyone else. How does my day-to-day look like, and have a think about that. Think about the materials and the colors. and making sure that things are exactly right for me. Making sure that I am making a wardrobe for me and not my fantasy self, what I aspire to, but doing basic items. That's what I'm going to be focusing more on, and that's a valuable lesson to me. The second learning point for me is learning to be more patient while I am weaving ends. In the cardigan video I mentioned, I think this is going to take me 4 hours. In reality, it took me less than 2. And in the beginning of this video, I said the pouches are going to take longest because of the volume, but they took me under an hour to finish, while the skull cardigan took me a long time. That was about 2 to 3 hours with everything. I'm taking away that I have no idea how long it will take, but it will probably be less time. And with some good music, with some good watch, it's not that bad. And if I don't want to finish it, if I feel myself not wanting to leave in the end, there's probably a reason. So be more patient with myself is my second point. And lastly, I just want to say I am posting every other Friday starting right now. If that ever changes, I'll let you know. Please consider subscribing or liking if you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching.